Sports presents Benning Bites with Damon Benning. Benning Bites with Damon Benning.
Another episode of Benning Bites. We're here. Thanks for being a part of what we do. Apple, Google, Spotify. Be a part of it. We need you, and it's important to me. I'm much better with you than without you, so that's kind of how I feel, so we appreciate that. Coffee and Cream coming up here in just a few minutes. Make sure you give my man Andrew Rogers a follow. Nebraska fresh off of another Tuesday practice. And it's a grindy, little greasy grimer where you take a couple of days off, you get a holiday. It's cool because you get a chance to kind of hang out with the fam or some loved ones or people that care about you, eat some good food, but it's 5 days. And then you get right back at it. And that's exactly what Nebraska did. We'll talk a ton. Coach McGuire, Coach Rule visited the podium, and I think it was pretty insightful. Went a lot of live work in terms of punt returns early, gunners, field position guys, making sure that they had a chance at it with Betts and Castaneda and Elliott Brown, who's been a pleasant surprise this spring. It's going to be pretty good. In terms of what's happening. So make sure, just a couple of things for thought. What is it that you really want to see heading into spring ball? They got some guys in green jerseys. They had a handful of them yesterday. So we'll see what happens with what kind of situational work they're able to do. And then what we're looking for. Has it changed for you guys and gals? Like we thought O-line, D-line coming in. Now I've heard some edge rushers. For me, it's still been about the wide receiver group. I think they need somebody to emerge there. I kind of like what's happening in the tight end room. Has, just based on your feel for what you've heard from media or maybe what you've been able to see in practice or know some coaches that have been to practice, has it changed for you in terms of your expectation levels from a position group? And who is the one person that if you could wish hope was a stud, what position group do they play? And how integral is it to what Nebraska needs to do to be successful? And has it changed from spring beginning to spring now? Because it seems like it has. We're not so focused, and it's just my feel, I'm not sure. It seems like we've gone from worrying about the offensive line and defensive line to the linebacking core, I think is kind of taking dominance, and edge rushers. Like, who are those guys? But, man, I got a lot of bodies. So is that still the way you feel? Or are you back still on somebody from the O-line, D-line? All of those things are interesting, and we're going to get some answers in just a few short days away. Roughly 11, I think, 10, somewhere around there. As some of you folks can attest to, I'm not good at math. I only get a couple of fingers and toes. It's a morsel, a nugget, a bite, if you will. It's Benning Bites.